You're welcome to the best evening talk show in the capital. My name is Ntiamoah Mensah. The dish is the show, brought to you by Epiglow. Now let's talk about Epiglow just a little bit, just small. Now you see that skin that gives, what it's supposed to give. Like you show up and then everybody's like, wow, that's the skin I want. Epiglow is the only product that would give you that kind of skin. I'll tell you all about it later on the show. My name again is Ntiamoah Mensah, your host. We're coming to you live from the MX24 studios, Oleander Street, East Legon, Accra. As always, we bring you thought-provoking discussions, empowering perspectives on women's issues, and a focus on global development. Now, come along as we continue to elevate women's voices, disrupt outdated norms, and drive a real change with progressive women. Tagline is progressive women. I want to say a big thank you to Decazon for this very beautiful set. This is a wonderful set. If you want that house to be a home you would always want to go back to, well, get in touch with Decazon and thank me later. I want to say a big thank you again to Epiglow. Epiglow. Okay, now let's talk about it. Give me a little bit of time. Let me tell you about Epiglow. When the skin is struggling with all this, the struggle with the sun, weather, and you're coming in, we have people who have bright skin in a certain season and then sometimes it's dull and your skin is struggling. Epiglow is the product that will fix you permanently. Grab yourself an Epiglow face cream and skin cream and come back and thank me. You can get it in every cosmetic shop. And also, if you want to get in touch with them directly, you want to sell, you want to, do business with them, just jump onto their social media platform, slide into their DMs and come back and thank me later. A big thank you to Epiglow for coming on board the show this year. I want to say a big thank you to Gino, Telecel, Cowbell Coffee and Betway. Now, also, you want to join us online with the hashtag #TheDishOnMX on all social media platforms, because that is how we grow this community with you. So please connect with us on all social media platforms. The hashtag is #TheDishOnMX. Today, we get into a very important conversation because I think a couple of weeks ago, my friends and I just kept going in and out because we're in town and we're seeing billboards of women, women this, do this to you or something. Like, it's just a lot of things that, is out there for women to keep themselves together in terms of, cleanliness, okay? And we want to touch on it extensively on the show this morning. Women's hygiene, going beyond the basics. People are saying that, listen, what mommy taught you, pour water, clean, use roll-on, use lime, all of these things are the basics. How do we go beyond that to keep, considering the fact that in recent times, the weather is not helping us in anymore. So we need to get a little, further in terms of taking care of ourselves. So please, let's get into that conversation. When it comes to women's hygiene, many discussions tend to focus on the basics: daily cleansing, menstrual care, and overall personal cleanliness. While these practices are undeniably essential, true wellness in women's hygiene extends far beyond these fundamental steps. It encompasses not only physical health, but also emotional, social, and environmental aspects that influence a woman's well-being. From intimate care routines to the impact of diet, lifestyle, and even mental health on hygiene. Women's hygiene requires a bit more holistic approach. This deeper exploration aims to raise awareness about the importance of comprehensive care, offering insights into practices that promote long-term health, confidence, and sustainability. Understanding these nuances allows women to make informed decisions, empowering them to nurture both their bodies and minds in ways that go far beyond the basics. So today, we're really going beyond the basics this evening on the show. So stay with us. Also, of course, I can't do this by myself. I need experts to help me delve into this conversation. And listen, I'm going to call her Mumsy, because I know be me send in mama to name Gracia Helarie Fraikue. Sister, I can't help you. She's a dietitian. Good evening.
Good evening.
Did I try? Gracia.
Nah, you didn't try at all.
At all? Oh. Like I said on the show earlier, a few minutes ago, not be me for you. I can't come and give myself. But thank you so much for coming, Mumsy. Also, we have Rita Mawusi, CEO, Delicate Underwear and more. Good
Hi.
evening. How you doing?
Good evening. I'm good.
I like the delicate underwear base. Yeah, you need to wear. Women, we don't know how delicate our entire being is. But we're going to be joined by Dr. Erica Ntiamoah. She's a medical officer from the Ridge Hospital. She'll be joining us via Zoom. So hello, Dr. Erica, how are you doing? If you can unmute for me, then I would be able to hear you.
Hi, Miriam. I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you, Doc. My cute doctor. It's been a minute, but I hope you're well. I haven't seen you this year, so Happy New Year.
I'm fine. I hope you're good.
I'm beautiful, blessed, and very
happy returns.
Right. So, I mean, today the conversation is really focusing on how we keep ourselves as women. As a doc, I'm going to start with you. It's very unfortunate that in recent times, lots of things have, popped up in terms of women taking care of themselves, especially when it comes to the vaginal care and, odor and, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Just general care for yourself. But let's start from the vaginal care. The things we insert now, tampons, all of these things. Medically, do you advise that this steaming and using of these tampons and all of these things are advisable or healthy for a woman's well-being, especially when it comes to the vaginal care?
All right. So thank you very much for your question. I think that in recent years, we are doing a lot and we are doing too much when it comes to vaginal care and vaginal health. That in caring for your vagina or in cleaning and washing yourself, you just need water and mouth soap just to clean the vulva. But then in recent times, so many adverts, so many influencers, so many people talking about so many things to insert, things to keep your vagina tight, things to clean the vagina, things to steam, and all of that. And I think that they're quite excessive. The vagina doesn't need all of that, and all of that is too much on the spectrum. Just the basics of cleanliness, soap, water, and you're good to go. If you notice that you have an infection or you have something that is bothering you, then you come to the hospital and we check it out and then we treat it. But then, like you're saying, the insertions of so many things, so many acids, some people go as far as using certain organic things like garlic, ginger, and I think that all of those things are quite excessive and they are not necessary. So in your basic hygiene, these things are not necessary. But if you believe that you have a problem, you come and then we solve it with medication. These things are just going to aggravate whatever issue that you have. And it's all, I think, from maybe a cultural point of view, but the vagina is self-cleansing and you need just the basics of soap and water to cleanse it. But if you think that you don't like the odor, you don't like the discharge, or there's something excessive, you come in and then we help.
Right. When it also comes to young women or women generally that put to bed, there are cases where, once that happens, obviously your body is never the same. We're talking about the breasts because obviously you're breastfeeding your child. So we're connecting it to the vagina. Does it stay the same? Does it go back to where it's supposed to be as it's been purported?
Well, we believe that the vagina is elastic and that after childbirth, it returns back to its former state. I do not want to feed too much into those notions, but that's what it's believed that a child passes through. Definitely, there is some stretching, there can be some tears, all that. But once it's repaired, we believe that it's elastic and it shrinks back to its usual state. It may not be the same as before you had a child, but it's goes back to its similar state. So I think that that's a fair answer.
That's a fair answer because again, that also pushes a lot of young women.
But then this is not to put too much. Yes, it's a fair answer. Yeah, because sometimes too much pressure is put on young women. Yes. Because a lot of young women to do so many things. So you've had the miracle of childbirth. Your body is not going to be the same, but it will return to its similar state. We are talking about the vaginal elasticity. But with the other things like your stomach and your weight and all that, with some extra work, you can return to what you used to be. But don't be too hard on yourself. You've birthed a miracle. So, yeah.
Right. I'll still come back to you with regards to how to keep yourself. Because again, before I come back into the studio, a lot of people during that time of motherhood go through the phase of steaming, and I just recently found out that's what it's called, where you sit on warm water with salt and bay leaf and cloves, just to bring. Apparently, that will bring the entire organ back in shape, and that's what they're calling steaming. But other people have gone beyond that. How about that procedure, or that yeah, let's call it procedure. That procedure, is it advisable for anybody to engage in that, as opposed to just going to buy drugs to, or just staying in the hospital structure?
All right. So after birth, definitely there are some tears, there are some irritations. The woman doesn't feel the same, and sometimes she wants some relief. So what you can do is that she can use lukewarm water, okay, not hot water. So steaming has the mindset of hot water, hot boiling water, or very very hot water, sitting
Yeah.
on it
Yes.
for the heat to do something.
Yes.
But no, this is about relief and then hygiene.
Yes.
So lukewarm water, water that isn't hot. And then sometimes some people use Epsom salt or some antiseptics,
Yeah.
and they just sit in it to give them some relief and also to cleanse.
Oh.
But I've also seen what you're talking about. It is actual steaming,
Yes.
very hot water. They
Yes.
sit on it, and sometimes they even have something to push it so that some is inserted. Cultural things, that the vagina is something that's dirty and needs cleansing, but they are so excessive. And trust me, with doing all these things, you destroy your vaginal pH. You give yourself a lot of issues. So you notice that you are always doing these things, and you become reliant on whatever things that these people are selling, whatever acids these people are selling, whatever steaming products they are selling. Notice that once you do it, you just change your vagina's consistency, and you would always want to come back and be doing it. So yes, it's advised to have lukewarm sitz baths, very water that is not hot, water that is not cold, just the right temperature to sit on it. You can add some Epsom salt, add some very mild antiseptic, and of course, it will give you some relief, because definitely after childbirth, the place is raw, you may be hurting, there may be some small cuts and all that. So that is helpful. But the steaming, like you're steaming meat, I think that is also quite excessive.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's come back into the studio. Rita, let's talk about the kind of underwears a woman is supposed to wear depending on the climate you're exposed to. Is there like a specific recommendation for Ghanaian women? What kind of panties we're supposed to wear, what kind of underwears? And for those ones that were raised by grandma kind of mama, where you wear underwear, you wear a panty and wear underwear, what we call underwear, which is the long shorts, and then you have to wear singlet and wear bra, four things under the dress. Okay. Is there a specific recommendation for women in Ghana, especially, and of course the African sub-region?
Oh yes. In Ghana, we all know that the weather is very, very hot. So as a woman, you need to wear a cotton underwear. Cotton, because cotton is very, very breathable. And our vagina also breathes.
Apparently.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Apparently, baby breathes.
It's a living organism.
Right.
It breathes. So you need cotton. Cotton absorbs sweat. Do you understand? So when you wear cotton, it keeps the place very neat, and then it absorbs the sweat.
Yes.
You understand? So somebody will ask me, what type of underwear should I wear, like in terms of style or whatever. Underwear, we have different types of cuts.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can go for any other cut, but make sure it's cotton. Yeah.
But that would be very challenging, because in very recent times, we've seen these new ones called the seamless pants.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know it.
Yeah.
And these ones, they're very comfortable.
Yeah.
But they are not cutting, just the base of it, just the place where it goes under your...
Yeah.
That's the only pattern. It's very something small.
Okay.
But it comes in thongs and even in the big pants type.
Yeah.
How about those ones?
Let me just chip in this. Before you go to the market or you go to your shopping mall or whatever to go and get that underwear, make sure, first thing, even if it is lace, the inside, the lining, make sure it's cotton. Some of them are nylon, and it is very, very bad.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So you make sure it's cotton. So even if the base is cotton, full cotton, and then probably the size are similar or whatever, it's also good.
Okay. Okay.
You know.
All right. So because me, I was coming to protest because that's my. I'm not going to say it on television, but you know that pant is helping a lot of girls because some of the things that what you don't want to see cry is a woman in outfits with her pants drawn in it, and then cry.
It's very, very bad.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't like it. I mean, every woman at some point would experience that, but it's not a very good sight to see.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to you. We'll come to you, Mamsi. When you look at the woman makeup, there are certain parts of our bodies that are very, delicate, starting from the lower part to under our breasts to our armpits. Some men have breasts though, but it's not like our kind. and the armpits, our feet, the kind of skin type that we have. I believe for every single part of our body, there's something that will work for it in terms of food, what we eat. What do we consider a standard for a general well-being of a woman? So if you wake up in the morning, this routine, if you follow it from the crown of your head, I'm going to use this again, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, you are taken care of. Someone would say, drink a lot of water. It helps with the pH level down there. Even for your own self, when you sweat, it's less, smelly and all of that. Recommend to us what is highly recommended for a woman to practice on an average level.
So for the standard meal you can take within the day, it has to be balanced because we know that it has all the necessary nutrients in there. But if we are taking into consideration oral health, vaginal health, physical health and everything, you have to pay attention to certain things. Yeah. So if we take oral health, you know that obviously you have to limit sugary foods because growing up, we're told that sugary foods and tooth decay and everything. I don't know if you had that experience, but then they'll tell you that a lot of candies will spoil your teeth. So obviously, you don't need to have a lot of sugary foods. That is for oral health, technically. For your skin, we all know about what carrots does for us. We all know about what turmeric does for us. We all know about what hydration, good hydration does for us. And going down to vaginal health, we look at probiotics, omega-3 fatty acids. I'm sure people ask about pineapples. We'll get there.
Yes.
And then we'll talk about cranberry. We'll talk about high fiber. I was watching this video, was it 2 days ago? I was doing a little research when I was called here, and I realized that high fiber helps with flat tummy and high protein helps with the glutes. So I mean the buttocks area, the hip, everything. So technically, balanced diet is very important and it cuts across everything. But when you're looking at the several aspects of your body, there are certain things that you need to pay close attention to.
So if you want your shape to be shaping, you have to eat a lot of protein.
Protein, yeah.
Without working out anything, just be eating
you
the
have
protein.
to work out. I mean, you can't do A and leave B. You have to.
But me, I don't have time. I just want to eat and grow.
But there's wall Pilates, and then there's home workout. You can do squats and all that. Like I said, you don't need to go to the gym. You can actually work out in your house.
Yes. Now, when it comes to the flat tummy, because that's on me and my committee members, we need it. Flat tummy. Which one should we focus on?
Well, you can do the lazy bed workout.
No, I'm talking about the kind of food.
Oh, high fiber. High
fiber, i.e.
Wheat, oats, vegetables, technically. Anything that is a complex carbohydrate that is not easily absorbed into your system. Yeah. So the usual Ghanaian foods that we have, we are not paying attention to what we have in Ghana. We feel like, the chips and the foreign stuff, but those things are simple carbohydrates. So your oats, your wheat, your Tom Brown, your sorghum, your homemade house cocoa, corn porridge, ekwebemi, oblayo, yam, plantain, potatoes.
Very recently introduced to granola.
Yes, granola.
What is the base of granola?
Rolled oats, cashew nuts, chia seeds, honey, sometimes olive oil, coconut oil, raisins, almonds. Yeah, so you bake all of that and then you're good to go.
And then you're good to go. That's also very good for your health.
Very, very healthy.
But what's the thing with yogurt in addition to our diets? Because apparently it's good, and I don't know how.
So yogurt is a good probiotic. It actually helps regulate the pH of the vagina technically.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah.
see. Now let's come to the pineapple. You thought I was going to leave you alone.
I
Let's
actually
talk
was
about the pineapple.
waiting for you to leave me.
Let's talk
So,
about it.
well, with the pineapple, I can say that I haven't come across any scientific backing,
Okay.
but practically,
Yes.
it is right. If you eat pineapple, you smell good. At your vagina, you
Down there.
practically everyone can attest to the fact. Pineapple with cloves and peppercorn, cinnamon, you can boil all of that together with the pineapple bark, or you can actually consume pineapple for like a period of time. You would see changes.
Oh.
So scientifically, I haven't come across any research, so I don't want to be trolled. But then, practically, I have done it, so I know what it does for us. With the yogurt, cranberry, pineapple, water, and cloves and peppercorn, it all goes a long way to help with vaginal health. I didn't say insert.
Don't go
I
inside.
said consume.
So I recently heard about, and I like that Dr. Ntiamoah brought that up, because I recently heard about people inserting garlic and cloves. I like the way you're finding your face. Why? What's going on there? Are we cooking?
You are literally messing up the pH of your vagina, honestly. You see how, let me give a typical example. You know how people are doing a lot of skincare, but they are not eating well?
Yes.
It's the same thing with the vagina. You can just use normal lukewarm water and wash. You don't even need to insert soaps or anything. Just normal water. It has a way of cleaning itself, because women have the several 4 stages of reproduction, lethal phase, follicular stage, and everything. So it finds a way to cleanse itself. After your period, the vagina finds a way to cleanse itself. So the more you introduce things in your vagina, the more you are messing up the pH.
The process of
and
it,
it's going to go a long way to affect you.
Right.
The same way, like I said, the same way that you are consuming the right foods and then doing your skincare and you are seeing the results is the same way you're supposed to take good care of your vagina.
Doctor, I'm coming back to you. So growing up, my mother used to say something to me. She says, to be able to be fertile and to be a woman, a wholesome woman, we need to start taking care of you early. So we were introduced to supplements, not the medical supplements, but, like at some points, I think when I turned 16 or 17, we started doing the, what's it called? The folic acid, started doing the fish oil at the time with the cod liver oils. What do you make of these supplements being introduced at a very younger age to young girls, just so that their bodies develop in a certain way? So, I mean, because I remember my mom saying that most of these cases of childlessness is as a result of how, what kind of things were introduced into the body at an early stage. Let's call my mother a liar today, please. What do you make of these assertions where
no, we wouldn't call your mother a liar.
I believe she's not a liar. Right. So these supplements that are introduced at an early age to young women, start taking Well Woman, start taking Well Teen. At every stage, the well is introduced into your body, just to build up a very conducive environment, just in case when you get married, you don't struggle with childbirth. How does this go a long way to help a girl child at all?
All right. So a healthy mother begets a healthy baby. All right. But before we get to that point, we have to think of the girls themselves.
Yes.
Now, at that young age, statistics and research shows that, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, countries like Ghana, a lot of the young girls are anemic. So there was even a World Health Organization program called the GIFT program, girls folic acid. So they were sharing folic acid to girls in secondary schools some years back because they want to build their HP. Okay, so that is for the girls themselves, because at that age and with our diets and how we go about our things, a lot of young girls are anemic and are deficient in a lot of things. So this supplementation for they themselves is great. It's fine, it's good for them, it's a boost in energy, helps build their HP, and then it's good for their wellness. Now, if we come and talk about prepping them or prepping their bodies for childbirth, I think that at that age, putting that in their mind is too much pressure. But in actual fact, building your folic acid stores is very good prior to conception, because it reduces the chance of having children with neural tube defects. It helps in the formation of the brain and the nervous system appropriately. And also you would have enough iron stores, and your blood hemoglobin level will also be good, so that when you're pregnant, you're not now dealing with anemia in pregnancy. So these supplementations are good. It's good for the girl child herself, so that she has vitality and health. And it's also good if you're thinking about building hair or building the body in a way that is appropriate for pregnancy. Yes, but as I said earlier, it's too much pressure to put on the young girl, but it's a good practice. It's just that I think it has to be simple. Maybe folic acid and iron, or if the child is deficient or the teen is deficient in any of these things, then appropriate supplementation by a healthcare practitioner. Okay, but then right now to another thing that is going excess supplementation of vitamins for hair, for skin, for nails, for eyesight, for all those things. So like our dietitian said, very good diet is the basic. You eat well, and then if you have to supplement with any other thing, you do it. But then giving young girls supplements of folic acid is not a bad thing at all. It's actually recommended. So your mother did well for you.
GG. Shout out 2 points to the mom ladies. Now let's go back to the undergarments, because see, in 2025, let's go back to 2023 to 2025. We have been doing a lot of things. A lot. This is my agenda. We are doing a lot. I strangely found out that actually people buy already used underwear. What? So a free arbitrary ban will be used.
Is it the one they call bruni oil?
Yes. So people buy these underwear, especially bra. Now some of these things, people, and I'm saying this to build up on a point where you go and buy something where it's, whether it's tagged new or not, you get rashes, you begin to react to a certain type of fabric when it comes to undergarments. Are there any reasons why people begin to react to underwear? Someone will tell you that I don't wear net pants at all because Michelle, the last time I had rashes here and there. Bra, I don't like this type of bra because it begins to cut my body and I get sore and all of these things. When it comes to proper undergarments outfit, what do you recommend?
Okay. You know, we have different types of skin types. You know. So every skin type have like a particular material that favors the skin.
Right.
You understand? Yeah. So let's talk about underwear. So earlier on I mentioned cotton. Yeah. Cotton is the best. But for the bra, you cannot always go for the cotton. Yeah. In the sense that, you know, whatever you wear under goes with the outfit. Yes. You understand? Yeah. So we have seamless bras, we have t-shirt bras. So whatever you wear goes with what you are wearing under. So when you are wearing, you have to be very, very, very careful. So what I normally recommend is that the obroniwe or whatever, that one, I don't even want to bring it to the story at all because it's very, very bad. You don't know the discharge that obroni had.
Now, so Oma wash it.
No. We still have bacteria that are, you know, even when you use hot water, they are still alive, strong and kicking. Probably we have bacteria that survive in hot, very, very hot water, and we have bacteria that survive in a very like cold places and whatever. So for that one, I would never recommend for anybody. They might say, oh, it's stronger, the brand is stronger, it's cheaper. No. You are buying a whole lot of sickness for yourself. Buying a brand new underwear, it's not all that expensive. Probably you take 15, 18 cedis, you can get, you know, a panty to wear. And then 35, 40, 60, you can get a bra. Yeah, to wear.
So we shouldn't opt for. I said open wear, I brought for the name. So I'm gonna come back to you. But Dr. Ntiamoah has to leave us, so we're going to take her final submission on just a general well-being of a young lady. Dr. Ntiamoah, just your recommendation on that, your little submission on that before we let you go.
All right, thank you. So I would say that when it comes to hygiene, let's stick to simple things. Okay, let's bath twice a day. When you're menstruating, change your pads regularly. And the vagina, you should know that it's self-cleansing. So you cleanse with just mild soap and water. That's just the vulva. But then inside the vagina, I would advise and treat my young ladies that please, the insertion of the gingers, the garlics, and the yoni pills that are sold on Instagram, so many acid pills, so many things that are being advertised online. I believe that it is not in your best interest. So stay clean, stay healthy, eat right, nourish your mind, your body, and your soul, and know that all these excessive things that you may be doing, sometimes to even please another person, in the long run may not be beneficial for yourself. If you feel that your body is acting abnormal, you're having some abnormal bleeding, abnormal smell, abnormal discharge, Instagram is not the place to go. Speak to a healthcare provider and you'll be sorted.
Yeah. Instagram is not your hospital.
Thank you very much.
Before, Doc, if you have 1 minute, I'm just going to ask you this. If you have 1 minute, do you have 1 minute? Okay, so Doc, so quickly, so growing
Yes,
up,
please.
right, we saw a lot
Yes,
of
I
this.
do.
we saw a lot of this happen. Thank you so much. We saw a lot of this happen when a girl does something bad at home. Nani mami nini brothers are chino nom de pepe and ginger are sharing somewhere. Does it damage us at any point? Does it harm youngers? I wasn't done that, but I saw that a lot. Does it harm us at any point, and would you advise that parents deter from that? I don't know if it still happens though.
Yes, so I don't know if it's something that is still done. I've not heard about it in a long time,
Yeah.
and I haven't come across it in a long time as well. But it's something that I would encourage and entreat parents, please refrain from it. As a woman, would you like it to be inserted in your vagina? You wouldn't like it. So I don't know why you would go to the extent of doing that to your daughter. Causes a lot of irritations, it can change her pH and all of that. And it's just a barbaric experience. I don't think that any woman who has experienced that before would like that experience. So it's something that I think should not be done at all.
Okay.
I know that our parents do it as a corrective measure,
Yeah.
but it's excessive and can be borderline abusive. People say Gen Z, everything, we say everything is abusive,
It's
but it can be
abusive.
borderline abusive. So it's something
It
that I think
is.
should not be done at all.
Yeah.
There's no place for that. There are so many other methods of correction than hurting your daughter, making her have an unusual relationship with her vagina, feeling that it's a place that punishments can be given with. I mean, so if she goes out and she does something wrong and someone sees that that's how they will punish her, she may not even see that she's being abused or something bad is being done to her.
True.
It will be business as usual. Mommy does it to me, aunties do it. That's the way they punish me. So business as usual. So I think it's something that I've not heard about it in a long time, and I pray that it's still not being
still
done.
not, yeah.
There's no place for it at all.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Ntiamoah, for joining us on the show. I would have loved that we extend the conversation to different aspects because you're introducing new things. But thank you for joining us. So we'll do this again some other time. Now let's talk about the mental aspect of of this. I'm going to get into different aspects of this particular conversation right here on the show. I want to say big thank you to Epiglow, of course to Gino, Telecel, and Decozone, and of course to you wonderful people who keep joining us on the show. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we return, the conversation continues right here on The Dish. We'll be right back. You're welcome back to the show right here on MX24. The name of the show is The Dish and is a show that is focusing on developing the woman to be the best version of herself. And we're having conversations with progressive women right here on the show. We're teaching and learning and growing together. My name is Ntiamoah Mensah. We're back in the studio. My guests are seated. Listen, we're digging. The digging is happening, but let's say a big thank you to Epiglow. This show is presented by Epiglow, and we say big thank you to Epiglow for keeping our skins. You know, the skin is skinning, the confidence is building, and we are all happy people. Big thank you to Gino as well, and of course to Telecel and to Decozone for giving us this wonderful set. Now, ladies, let's talk about the mental impact of things that happen with our bodies. You know how when you're going out, my dad used to say that don't go about smelling like an evil spirit because it will break your confidence. That man was just too brutal. Which means that more perfume on the body, okay?
Yeah.
Go about smelling like a rose. Don't go about smelling like an evil spirit. Now, when we talk about that, that boosts your confidence. But what does living a healthy or a beautiful hygiene or a hygienic life, how does it affect our emotional state, our mental state? And of course, the opposite, how does that affect us as well?
So personally, when I take a shower, I've gelled my edges, I have my braids done, I've done my maintenance, I look good. I'm very confident. And then the perfume is like an add-up.
Yeah.
But I feel like eating the right food that doesn't get you bloated also plays a role. You know how when you're ovulating and then you are menstruating, you are bloated, and then you're very particular about what to wear and what not to wear and all that. So what you are consuming and maybe the state of your reproductive health plays a vital role to your confidence and then your mental ability and emotional health. Because when you're menstruating and you're cramping and all that, you wouldn't want to be wearing high waist and then jeans that is going to make you uncomfortable and not confident. And you wouldn't be wanting to eat things that would want you to use the washroom. Like when people are menstruating, they don't want to take milky stuff because they would pass a lot of stool and everything. So there are several things that put you at a point of confidence aside you feeling confident and everything. But I stick to balanced diet most of the time. Feeling healthy, taking a shower, doing all you have to do, wearing the right clothes puts a good strain on your mental health and emotional health. So yeah.
Now, when it comes to people coming to your outfits or you personally sliding into your DMs and talking about their health condition, especially the females, what kind of conditions do they complain about the most?
Most people talk about bloating a lot. Most of the ladies that enter my DMs talk about bloating because I get this all the time. Like, as a thick lady, how are you able to keep up your body, keep up your skin, and all that? We should bear in mind that bloating is very normal with women. Hormonal changes and bloating. People have tender breasts during their ovulation period and then their menstrual period and everything. So when people come into my DMs with situations like that, I tell them that wear what makes you comfortable. You get it. You know you are bloating. You can't be wearing bodycon or something. Why don't you wear boo-boo? Why don't you wear a big tee and shorts? Something that makes you comfortable, because you can't go away from the fact that this is happening to me at that time. And then we have things that we eat that also boost your confidence so that you don't feel bloated. I know a lot of women do ginger shots or turmeric shots in the morning. It helps with good gut. And then Greek yogurt also goes a long way to help you to rectify your gut problem. So these are things that you can do with diet. But when it comes to dressing, wear what makes you comfortable so that you don't have the bloating during those times of the month. Yeah.
Now, going into still, because I'm staying with you on the undergarment thing, one thing we don't prioritize. I was speaking to a very wonderful young lady, and she was telling me that she didn't know that lining your panty, that's when the panty liner after your menstruation, and even on a regular was a thing. They thought it was a waste of time. It's a thing. Mumsy doesn't even like it. I will kill. I like my wipes. Like, if you get into my bag, you find my wipes, the feminine wipes and panty liners. Those ones, they must go. Like, I will leave money at home and carry those ones. Because during the day, because of the kind of, I used to be a size 6.
Okay.
And then I started adding weight. It was uncomfortable. Because I never experienced my thigh rubbing against it. So it was very uncomfortable. So I needed to be dry every single time. Like, I'm here having a meeting. Once I get up, I'm going straight to the washroom. I'm going to wipe. And then someone introduced the panty liner. No, not someone. My mom has always done the panty liner conversation, but I never paid attention. When I started introducing the panty liner, I felt a bit more drier during the day, that I don't feel like, oh, and then if there are even discharges, you don't get to smell it as soon, you know, as when you're not wearing anything under. So panty liners are a thing. But it's a thing, Mamsi.
No, I'm not saying it's not a thing, but I think it's different at
with people,
with people, because I have thick thighs too, so I experience the rubbing and everything. But it's at a stage in your reproductive health. Do you get it? After your period, you know there'll be discharges. During your ovulation, you know there'll be discharges. But there's this free 10 days within the month for women that you are on your peak. You don't really experience a lot of things. That's what I mean, but I wouldn't be wearing that
I
at the
wear
time.
it every day, lady. I wear it every day. Now, when it comes to kind of underwears that we have to wear in terms of the fabric that we are talking about, that's
The
where we're at.
cotton, yeah.
The type of fabric that works for whose skin. Coming into your outfit, what would you recommend for a girl living in Ghana? To wear constantly, to engage in, and how often should we change our underwears? Because we've heard a lot of things. My mom said a lot of things when I was growing up. My mom, she talked a lot.
So
She taught me a lot. Let me put it that way.
a lot.
But how often should you change your underwear?
Okay.
How often should you wash them in terms of keeping the place clean?
Okay. So first of all, let me just chip in this. Let's come to our ladies' bags. You know, as a lady, you need to have specific things in your bag
That's
and
right.
then in another bag.
In
You
another bag.
understand? Yeah. So most of the time, when I go on set, I recommend that in that small purse of yours,
Yes.
you need to have an extra panty, like 2 extra panties.
Oh,
You understand?
carry panty around.
Yeah.
Wow.
A hand sanitizer,
Okay.
a pad, panty liner, a small Dettol, antiseptic. I don't want to advertise
fine.
it. Antiseptic.
Yeah.
Okay, a lip shine, probably some body splash, something small.
Yes.
In a sense that we are women, and you need to smell good anytime.
Yes.
You need to look good anytime. Because sometimes people go to work, and excuse me, they just mess up. The poo, not plenty, but probably just laughing, it will just come like that. They even wee-wee. So if you don't have an extra panty in your bag, how are you going to handle it? You get me? So when that thing happens, you need to rush to the washroom,
Yeah.
pick an extra panty, clean yourself, and then change yourself.
Yeah.
So when it comes to changing can be any time. It shouldn't be that you wear panty probably from the morning up to the evening. No. Within the day, in the afternoon, you can change your panty. It's very, very
That is
advisable.
where the panty liner comes to save the day. So, because when you are wearing the panty liner, you are able to take the panty liner off, then you have a fresh pant,
Yes.
or you just put another panty liner in there.
Yes, but the panty liner is good. But sometimes, you know, the panty itself absorbs sweat.
Yeah.
So you need to change
You need
it.
to change it.
Yes.
Fakam. Should we have here? So growing up, there's also the bit where our parents talked about dry the pants outside, let the sun shine on the pants.
Let me come to that.
Come there.
Let me get there. So most of the time, there are a lot of questions people ask. So how will I wash my undies? Do I have to wash them in the bathroom before blah, 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 or do I have to just put it in the laundry basket? There is a remedy.
Okay.
When you get to the washroom, you know, it's not advisable just put in your panty, just remove it and just put it in the laundry. Oh, over the weekend I'll wash it.
I'll wash it, yeah.
No.
It's not good, eh?
It's not good. You know, we have body fluids as women. And, you know, sometimes it stains our panty.
Yes.
But at least do me this favor. When you get to the... People will say there is no time. No, forget about that. You are a woman. When you get to the washroom, try rinsing and using a little bit of soap. Okay?
Okay.
And then when you're done, just dry it, not outside. Dry it like in the room, normal.
room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So over the weekend, now you have time.
Okay.
Take all your 100 panties, your 200 panties.
Yes. The
your
100.
50 panties.
Yeah.
You know, soak them.
Okay.
Not just normal soaking. We have a way of soaking panties.
Okay.
So we use white vinegar. White vinegar in a sense that it kills the germs.
Okay.
And it's also the garment, it makes the garments look very nice.
Oh,
like
okay.
white, if it's white, it's more extra white.
Oh, okay.
And then it removes all the stains
Okay.
and all that. So you just soak it for like 15 minutes. Or probably if it's too dirty, you think your panty are arsenic, you can soak it overnight.
Okay.
So when you soak it in the morning, when you wake up, just wash everything. Dry it in the sun. let the sun burn the under. Yeah, it kills the germs.
Okay.
When you are done, you are not done, oh.
Hey.
Bring it to the room. When you remove it, have time. Iron your unders.
We should iron the pant again.
Of course.
So first of all, you soak with white vinegar.
Yeah.
Do you recommend Dettol?
Dettol, no, the white vinegar is enough.
Is
but
enough.
in the bathroom, you can just use Dettol and a little bit of soap.
You mean antiseptic?
Yeah, sure.
So you go antiseptic.
Yeah, so just dry it. Find a place in your room and just dry it. When it's dry, just put it. And then please, let me just chip in this.
You're talking about the iron, don't leave the iron.
Yeah, I won't leave it. Never mix your undies with your dress. Like the dress, the clothes you wear. Have a different laundry basket for your undies.
For your undies. Okay.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, because there are bacteria in your dress that can transfer into your undie.
And those
then from your undie, you know the underwear is the dirtiest. So the dirtiest of them all among our, garments is the dirtiest. Because it covers our private parts and you know the kind of things that comes out from our and all that.
Yes.
So please
Separate them.
separate, but wash them and put it in a separate.
So do an initial washing, get out the dirt, right inside the room, and then you pack them and put them down. Don't leave them down dirty.
Monday, Sunday or Saturday, you just wash all of them.
Okay.
Dry it the sun.
Okay.
You see the way you have time for your skin. I want my skin to, glow. Your panties too need time. You need to iron them.
Wow.
Pack them in a panty bag. Yeah.
Hey.
You pack them in your panty bag. Because, you see this boo-boo you are wearing.
Yes.
Is it called boo-boo?
Yeah, it is.
It's boo-boo.
Yeah.
So this one can go with any other panty, probably grandma panty, the one that is here.
Yeah, the big one. My favorite.
So if you don't pack your panties and you are maybe selecting a certain type of dress, is then that you keep start catching your
that's true.
I put this particular panty here. Where is the where
They
is
mix it to something else.
But when you have the panties, we have different types of panties. So probably 6 varieties. So among that 6 varieties, you have 10 each. So you open your panty bag, you are just picking.
Yeah.
You will not stress. And the same thing goes for the bras.
Yeah. Okay.
And it goes for the underwear.
Everything.
So you see, women, we have a whole lot of things,
Hey.
And
so
and that makes your confidence level very, very high. When you are wearing a clean, neat underwear. My dear.
Now, finally, from your end, before I wrap up, because our time is fast spent, how long should you keep your underwears before you change them from your wardrobe? You take them out and say, I'm buying new ones.
Okay, 6 to 1 year.
Hey,
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Me too, pants 6 months.
And you know what? And you know what? Sometimes you should not even get to 6 months, in a sense that when you notice that there are pinholes.
Yes.
That
should go.
Yeah, the elastic is normal.
It should be gone.
It should go.
Yeah.
Some panties are not of good quality.
Yes.
So probably 1 month, it
has to go.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But if the quality is good.
No. If the quality is good, 6 to 1 year, you have to change all your panties.
All your panties.
Yeah.
You throw them all away.
Because it develops bacteria.
Oh.
And that bacteria can give you yeast infection. You keep on having yeast infection.
You're wondering where it's coming from.
I've been treating myself. It's from your panty. You need to change it.
Wow. I think we have to do a part 2 of this particular conversation. Because I think that women, Paris, I beg, let's do part 2, okay? Because my time is spent.
Yeah.
Yes. We have to do a part 2 of this. Mumsy, that is when you come with a comprehensive diet analysis, breakdown on to how we should eat on every single day, at what time during our menses, what we should be eating. So part 2 of this Women Hygiene, I think it's necessary for us to do it.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining me. How can we connect with you? Someone is watching right now and says that, listen, I want to slide into their DMs and connect with them. Please, how do we connect with you?
You can find me on Facebook. I teach all this kind of things on my page for free. So just Just go to
So you know where to go now.
and just type Delicate R. It's there. We have the page and we have the group.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
just
So
type it.
delicate what?
Delicate R.
R. Delicate R. Like
yeah.
R, the letter R.
Yeah. You know, I deal with delicate stuff, and these are very delicate.
Delicate.
So, you know, the name.
How do we also find you on social media?
It's Mumsy everywhere.
Okay.
So on Instagram, on Snapchat, everywhere. Or if you want to have a up-close
Yes.
personal relation, you can come to Medifem Hospital.
Okay. Medifem Hospital, that's where she's situated. If you want to connect and get some quality panties and underwears for yourself, since you're about to change your wardrobe on that level, please connect with her, Delicate R, on all social media platforms. Slide into her DMs and thank me later. To you out there, thank you so much for being a part of this show. We're still having conversations with progressive women, and we're helping you be a better version of yourself. I want to say big thank you to Epiglow for being on board this show, because we're giving you the glow of your life. A big thank you to Gino, Telecel, Betway, and Cowbell. My name is Miriam Mensah. The show is The Dish. We're back again with part 2 of this next week. We'll be right back. We'll see you again next week.